Morgan Uber here alongside the unanimous Coach of the Year in the American, Willie Fritz, here ahead of the American Football Championship game. And Coach, before we dive into this championship matchup, over these past 48 hours, some speculations and reports about your future at Tulane. But yesterday, the official announcement coming through. What have these past couple of days been like for you?
Well, you know, when you have success, sometimes this accompanies success. And, you know, it really was much ado about nothing, I guess you'd say. But we've been talking about, you know, being here at Tulane for, you know, quite a few weeks, you know, and I already had a contract through 2027 anyway. So my wife and I really enjoy the people here in New Orleans and the people here at the university. It's a really nice place to work at and you know, just a great atmosphere.
As you look ahead now to UCF, back in that first regular season meeting, they had more rushing yards than any other team you faced this season. What do you plan to improve here defensively?
Well, we've got to do a good job of limiting their effectiveness with the quarterback run. They do an excellent job running with the quarterback. You know, I always call it playing 11-on-11 football when you run the quarterback, and we got to do a much better job of that. In the first half, they did a good job of some schemes that we hadn't seen. And you know, Coach Malzahn's kind of a genius when it comes to, you know, giving you a bunch of eye candy, motions and shifts, and reverses, and all sorts of plays. You know, and you know, we didn't handle it as well as we needed to, and that's what we're working on.
Speaking of the quarterbacks for UCF, when they have two guys that are as effective as they are but completely different styles, what challenges does that create to game plan against them?
Well, you got to game plan against both of them. You know, Mikey Keene is a little bit more drop back passer, but he runs the ball well too. You know, and Plumlee, everybody probably calls him more of a runner, but he throws it well. So they're a little bit more alike than maybe people would give him credit for. But yeah, there's certain plays that you're going to run a little bit more with one of them than the other.
You've put together one of the best turnarounds in college football this season, from 2-10 to 10-2. What is the single biggest thing that's led to this team's success?
I don't know. You know, there's a lot of things whenever you flip a script like that. But I just think we've got a bunch of really good young men. They always kept believing. Coaches have done an outstanding job with game plans, and the guys have gone out and executed it very well.
The leadership has been extremely well documented for this team. You have guys like Nick Anderson, Michael Pratt. How would you describe just the way that they're able to lead this team and echo the messages that you have from this coaching staff?
You know, we voted for captains last year, and Michael Pratt and Nick Anderson, Dorian Williams, are another outstanding linebacker we have, and Sincere Haynesworth, a first-team all-conference center. We're all voted captains, and I didn't even take another vote this year. We just went ahead and kept those guys as captains. They all decided to return, and they'd graduated. I think I've got 19 guys on our team who've graduated. So just tremendous leadership out of all those guys, you know, and not just them. I've got a lot of upperclassmen who played a lot of football at Tulane who are leading us as well.
One of those leaders, Tajay Spears, from what he went through in 2020, that season-ending injury, to what he's been able to do for this team this season, what's impressed you most about the way that he's involved on every offensive play?
Well, he's just a great overall player. You know, he's another guy who's an outstanding student. I believe he's a 3.5 GPA here at Tulane, which is tough to do. But he just, you know, he's a great blocker. He's a great you know, perimeter runner. He can run in between the tackles. He is assignment sound. I think he went 6 games without a bust. That's pretty good. And very durable, obviously, catches the ball well. So just a great, great overall player.
You've got one of the best locker room celebrations in the country. When your players lift you up for that wave surf after every win that you've had this season, what's going through your mind in that moment?
Well, don't drop me, number one. You know, everybody always says, aren't you worried they're going to drop you? I said, I only do it after wins. You know, I don't do it after losses, but it's something that we started a long time ago. 1993, as a matter of fact, when I was a head coach at Blinn Junior College. You know, we do our little song that I've always done, and I was up high doing it, and they said, jump, coach, and so I've kind of done it ever since then. So it's something to have a little bit of fun after a victory.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Best of luck here this weekend. And you can see Coach Fritz take on UCF here in the American Championship. That's 4 p.m. Eastern on ABC.